Welcome to episode 51 of the Three Man Weave. I am your boy EB, and with me, as always, is my brother, head barber of Bully Cuts and Styles, CB the Bully. What's happening, homie?
Chill. Another day, hopefully another dollar.
On this episode, we'll talk NBA jerseys, WWE, a little bit of WNBA, and we will each pick two very, very rich people who we would take in a fight. Catch is, if we win that fight, we get that money. Let's get it.
Yo, pass me the rock so I can shoot this three. But I look over on the wing and I see EB. CB the Bully in the paint, hanging with them trees. And D cutting to the rim, Mr. Three Man Weave. Yeah, they talk a lot of smack, but they don't get no tease. There's not a topic off limits, there ain't no referees. It don't matter the sport, it don't matter the court, it don't matter the field. Things are gonna get real. They gon' hit it off the tee, straight from hole 18. It could be a par 5, still gon' land on green. Got a mean slap shot to make a goalie freeze. Coming like the avalanche from the 303. Time to lace up the cleats so you won't get beat. I just told the quarterback that it's time to go deep. We got EB, CB, the Bully, and D. Get your popcorn ready, cause it's the Three Man Weave. Yo, hey, it's the Three Man Weave. Get your popcorn ready, cause it's the Three Man Weave. Yo, hey, the Three Man Weave.
All right, man, let's start off with the NBA. Some interesting things that Paul George had to say on his podcast.
Can't wait to hear this.
He said he's getting Michael Beasley vibes from Duke freshman Cooper Flagg. He says at that size, can score, can play make, super talented, just a game changer. I think the world of Cooper Flagg. What are your thoughts on that?
He is a good player. One of them new Gen Z style players. I'm excited to see it. That's cool. I didn't know he would get this much praise this early, but if what you're doing, Paul George, you playing with fire now. You kind of letting people know what you got in the bag of tricks. I don't know if it's the best pimp decision that he could have done, but it's cool giving the young man some praise. But
yeah, it's cool giving some praise. Well, to be determined that Michael Beasley's just different though. Like to be a Michael Beasley, you got to have something else in your head. You know what I mean? I don't think Cooper Flagg grew up to be a Michael Beasley, but
you got to have a not give a fuck attitude on and off the court.
Not necessarily. I mean, it might even be like a give too much of a fuck. There's like Michael Beasley's been through a lot. You know what I mean? Like
give too. I think that's what it is. He gives too much fuck.
You know, Michael Beasley just loves hoop.
Loves hoop. Well, shit, that's where they from. That's where Kevin Durant's from. That's where that whole clique from, bro. And that's the most consistent energy with them all. They let a hoop.
But I mean, if Cooper Flagg's going to be anything close to, I mean, Beasley was the number 2 pick in the draft out of Kansas State. I mean, could happen for Cooper Flagg. I guess I'll be paying a little more attention to Duke than I want to. But we'll check out Cooper.
Absolutely.
What's the phrase they're using for this one, for like tanking for Cooper Flagg? It's like Hooper for Cooper, something like that.
Cooper for Cooper.
Hooper for Cooper. That's what this season's got to be if you're gonna get him number 1.
Mr. Cooper the Hooper.
Moving on to some players already in the NBA. It's looking like the Brooklyn Nets are a potential suitor for Jimmy Butler should he hit free agency next summer. Really not a lot left over in Brooklyn outside of like Cam Johnson, Dennis Schroeder's over there. But by this time next year, they'll be coming off of that Ben Simmons money. So they'll have some flexibility and some room to add some more pieces to the squad if potentially Jimmy Butler moves to Brooklyn. Do you see Jimmy Butler?
Can I see Jimmy in Brooklyn? I could see it. I could see him even competing in the play-in when it comes to a Jimmy Butler on their team. Matched with a good Dennis Schroeder. Something can happen over there. They do need a couple more pieces, obviously.
Absolutely.
Where the hell is Ben Simmons?
I mean, Nick Claxton's still there. Ben Simmons is there. I just said that.
Okay, he is there still. All right, well, shit.
This is the last year of his deal, though.
Okay, that's why that money's good and gone. I'm looking at that starting four minus a big man. They might be able to win 30 games.
What four are you talking about?
I'm talking about Cam, Jimmy, Ben, and Schroeder, dog.
It's not going to be there for one.
What?
If he is, it's going to be on.
You say Ben's not going to be there?
Not going to be there. This is his last year of his deal. There's no way the only way he's back in Brooklyn is if it's on like a $45 a game like contract. Ben Simmons is out of there. But you said minus the big. The big they have is one of their most, to them, one of their brightest pieces with Nick Claxton.
I do like his lankiness for sure.
To me, he just hasn't gotten better at all over the last 3-4 years. It's just been the same thing with Nick Claxton. I think he just got a new deal too a year or two ago. But like,
you think he needs to work more on the offensive end?
Absolutely,
for sure. I mean, you're tall and long enough to get blocks. I mean, anybody could get blocks.
Right, exactly.
It comes down to timing.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah. He's work on his game on the offensive end. I mean, maybe even not. You know what I mean? There's players that make whole careers out of not. He's just not going to be. He's too small to be that consistent on either end. He's a skinny dude.
You say he needs an Olajuwon to work on that footwork and maybe a little 15-footer?
No question. That would help him immensely. And the
big can't just dunk everything.
Big man camp is free, so you might as well go get that work from Olajuwon.
Real shit. You can't just dunk everything. Like even Shaq had to get his sky hook right.
Right, you see, like, I mean, Wemby could dunk everything, but he's got footwork, got an outside shot, can dribble the ball. Like, you were talking about the other day how it's so fast for big men to be out of the league. When you look at guys like Montrezl Harrell, or I remember Kenneth Faried was out of the league super quick. But like Dwight Howard, Boogie Cousins. So, I mean, if the big man doesn't adapt and you don't find that new part of your game, which you look at all these other bigs doing, you can find him overseas just like everybody else.
It's like you can't be that tight end linebacker body style anymore, unless you're LeBron fucking James.
Right.
You know, but if you're big like Dwight and you don't have a smooth jumper and a smooth game around the rim, but not dunking everything, you're going to be out the league quick. It's kind of crazy, but it's real.
That's true. For now, you know how the league's always changing. We could be very well coming up on another dominant power force type guy coming into the league.
Right.
Wherever he comes from, you know what I mean?
You're right. We come from that dominant era.
So where's DJ B at? Let's see what DJ Burns does in the league. But that's a dude with footwork, a little bit of a jumper.
See, and I still think it's a big man's league today, but it's a different kind of big man. These skilled cats. Jokic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jokic, Embiid, Wemby.
Even Cat, bro.
But I mean, you look at who's winning the championships, though. It's wings and guards still.
An old ass Horford.
Dog.
Real shit, brother.
All right, I think we'd have a little fun with this next one. I don't know what I was looking at, but I just wanted us to list top 5 current or throwback NBA jerseys. Give me your first one.
I'm going to start at the bottom of my list. I'm going to go with the Detroit Grant Hill Pistons with that teal colorway, brother. That shit was fire. The white jersey was fire. The teal jersey was fire. If they make a black one with the teal and the red, it'd be fire.
I do love that jersey. This was a tough list because I wanted to mix in some newer ones and stuff like that too. But that definitely a great jersey. I'll start with just the old school, same color as the Pistons jerseys, the old school Grizzlies jerseys, man, with the bear on them, palming the ball.
Most definitely.
They bring those back every now and again, but those are some of my favorite jerseys.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that tribal around the collar and the sleeves and shit. That shit was so hard. Those made my list too. Another one I had that might not be popular, the white hot Heat jerseys when LeBron and everybody was over there, and they wore those in the playoffs, and the whole crowd was decked out in white hot shirts. Those are fire jerseys to me.
I like the blackout ones they did too.
Those ones are good too.
Ooh,
That was
they had those red and white ones for Christmas too. They had a couple.
yeah, bro. White with the little bit of red around the letters and shit.
The only bad jersey the Heat have ever done is that Heat Culture jersey, and the one that had like the block letters last year or whatever. Those
Right.
two, terrible.
Yeah, that block letter shit was trash. Bring back the South Beach colorway too.
Yeah, South Beach what colorway was fire too. Not the split color though. Not the split colorway.
Right.
Not a fan of that.
I noticed a lot of people don't like that split color shit.
Didn't like it. Sacramento tried it too.
They did.
I don't like that either.
Right.
Let's go with the old school '90s. This makes me think Mookie Blaylock, Dikembe Mutombo, the Wingspan Atlanta Hawks jerseys. Pick your color, really. The black ones were fire. The red was fire. The two tones were fire. The white ones were
Yeah, Atlanta had some jerseys.
fire.
Most definitely. What was the one? I just had one at the top of my head that went crazy. Raptors, big logo.
Oh well, yeah, of course,
The debuts, crazy.
classic.
I remember it now.
Let's go with. Speaking of the Nets, the sky blue with the red nets on it. The Drazen Petrovic jerseys. Those Nets jerseys are hard.
Those were hard.
They brought those back a couple times too. I think. I thought KD wore them once or twice.
Another one of my favorite pinstripe jerseys in the league. I'm gonna have to go with the navy blue, dark navy blue, or almost black Rockets jerseys with the fat pinstripes with the rocket on there. Steve Francis comes to mind when I think those.
I do want those jerseys back.
Those shits are crazy,
I love those jerseys.
right?
Like the jagged pinstripe kind of. Yeah, those are crazy. Those are good call on those. Let's go with my number 2, which I'm sure made your list. The Mamba jerseys. The Lakers Mamba edition. Cold.
Just because they made that a jersey, bro. Like they really wore it in the finals. Like
So dope.
iconic as hell, man.
Almost my favorite jersey.
Your favorite jersey, my favorite jersey, it might be one of these. The Magic pinstripe. You go blue with the white or black with the white. Mine were probably the black with the white. Just a nostalgic feeling when I see those jerseys. Yeah, Magic in the 90s.
Love those jerseys as well. I didn't put those on my list just because my favorite jersey of all time, speaking of pinstripes, black and red Bulls. Not a better jersey made. Best NBA jersey of all time is the black and red.
Those two are probably the tippy top.
The Bulls ones just are ahead for me just because, I mean, there's a lot of rings in those jerseys, first of all. And they look so official. They're for real. Like, just like the Mamba jerseys. They don't fuck around in those jerseys.
I feel like they were one of the first alternative jerseys too.
Right. You got any honorable mentions?
Yeah, just the straight up Lakers. Iconic. The white ones go hard. You go
Remember
purple and
when they
gold.
went to the white ones?
Huh?
When they first went to the white jerseys?
Oh, that shit was so cold.
That was when I loved those jerseys the most. They
You remember they did a black one around that time too?
Oh yeah.
Kobe wore the black mask in
They were,
that shit.
they were doing crazy throwbacks back then. Even when they rocked the MLPS ones, the blue and yellows.
Yeah, those. Yeah,
Like
those ones are dope. They remind me of UCLA for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Those are clean too. The Utah Jazz, the mountain jerseys, they actually brought those back and kind of revamped the design. The new version of those 90s Jazz jerseys are cold too.
Yeah.
Denver Skyline jerseys. The We Believe Warrior jerseys.
Warriors got some cold jerseys out there too.
There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot
I
of
even fuck with the Sacramento Kings when they put the line on that shit. Finally.
The ones that got the checker on the side.
Yeah. The gray checker and shit. Yeah,
Kings got some okay jerseys around.
for sure. Their colors are cool. They should do a lot more with that shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that was all I had for jerseys. On to the WNBA. Aces beat the Mercury this evening, 97-79. Asia Wilson had her second 40-point game in the last three games, 41-17. Kelsey Plum added 16. Jackie Young had 11 points, 14 assists. Griner added 24 for the Mercury, 15 out of Kalia Copper. With this win, it moves the Aces to 4-4 since the All-Star / Olympic break. Been some rocky waters, to say the least. The last game, Asia dropped 40. They lost, which was wild. Asia Wilson should never have 40 in an L. But, they're still in the top tier of the WNBA playoffs. Or I think they got 10 games or so to go. So they're still in a decent spot. Time to get it together. But there's some other teams playing really well. Connecticut's still playing well. The Fever are above 500 for the first time all season.
Caitlin Clark just dropped 31 the other night?
Caitlin Clark's hooping, dog.
Bro, I got to give it to her teammates for being where her passing angles are. She likes to kick it in the middle of the paint when she's coming down the court. Her teammates are there. They play like this, bro. They could be some serious contenders.
And that's the stuff we talked about early in the WNBA season, was getting used to her teammates, like getting used to getting to those spots, catching those passes. You add that to Kelsey Mitchell having 20 points in like 7 or 8 straight games. The Fever seem like they're kind of putting it together, along with Aaliyah Boston as well. She admitted the time off was super helpful for her. We talked about that a little bit. Before the break, she was putting up 17 points, 8 assists, was shooting around 40% from the field and like 33 from the three-point line. Since the break, she's averaging 24.6 points, up to 9 assists. Turnovers are down, but still kind of high. She was at 5.6 turnovers before the break. She's down to 5.1 now, so that could definitely still use some work. But now she was shooting 47.9% and just under 40% from three since the break. You can tell, like we said, she's a lot more comfortable with her teammates. They're a lot more comfortable with her. She's also set the single game assist record this year, had 19 in a game. First rookie to record a triple-double. She's leading all rookies in points per game at 18.7, leading the league in assists at 8.4, leading rookies in steals 1.4 a game. Like I said, they're over 500 for the first time this year and have a real shot to make the playoffs for the first time since 2016.
Yeah, it's crazy what your mentality can do for you, man. Just like she needed that break, maybe some of those Aces players needed a break too. Seeing how, Asia dropping 40 and they losing, that should never happen from a back-to-back champion team. I do still see them winning it at the end of everything, but yeah, shout out the Fever for doing their thing. Shaq even pulled up at the game. Big shit popping out there in Indiana.
Real, I'm close too. I just somebody hit me up to go to a game too, and they're playing Minnesota, but it was the same day as my event.
Yep.
I do need to go check out some W though.
Most definitely. 10 games left.
Yeah, it might not be this season, but we'll see. They got a game. NCAA, like we've been saying all for the last week, football is back. Just a quick run through. I'm not going to go through all of the games. Check out Pass the Rock later this week, featuring myself and the Mac Truck, where we go over all things football for that. But if you look at the top 25 this week, 4 teams in the top 25 lost. Number 10, Florida State lost in Ireland, as we saw. LSU just dropped tonight to USC.
I watched that one.
Clemson dropped their game as well, but Clemson, A&M, and LSU all lost to ranked opponents. So we'll see how that affects their ranking late. I think the rankings come out tomorrow.
So everybody's got their first game done now?
First game, I think there might be a couple of people who haven't played. There might be some games tomorrow still. But for the most part, everybody's played. My Texas Longhorns skunked CSU 52-0. Quinn Ewers threw for 260, 3 touchdowns. Threw an interception, but it was not quite as lucky as the Shedeur Sanders interception we talked about earlier this week or last week. but it was still pretty lucky. It was off a tip drill. Somebody got the interception. No harm, no fouls. A 52-point win.
Yeah.
My guy Arch Manning got some run late. His first play as a collegiate athlete. Took a few reps. He was like, I think 5 for 6 for 95 yards. Threw 1 touchdown. Nice little drop pass in the red zone. Uses his feet more than any Manning in history. So it's fun to see how he extends plays, and it'll be nice once Quinn Ewers gets on out of here and enters the draft at the end of this season. Texas is in a good spot with Manning at the helm starting next year.
Legit.
LSU lost to USC, as we said, both replacing Heisman-winning quarterbacks. There was a nasty one-handed grab by Kyron
Hudson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my bully of the week.
Bro, between two LSU defenders, he ended with 5 catches, 83 yards.
Double coverage.
Nasty. He had a couple one-handed grabs during the game. He was balling. Miller Moss for USC threw for 378, 1 touchdown. Woody Marks, the running back, had 16 carries for 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had the game winner with like 13 seconds to go that sealed the deal over LSU. Garrett Nussmeier for the Tigers threw for 304 yards, 2 interceptions, also threw a pick. USC starts off the post-Caleb Williams era with a W.
With a W. Shout out USC.
But yeah, we'll have updated rankings. We'll go over some more highlights and things like that on Pass the Rock later this week.
Hell yeah. I'll be tuning in.
It'll be fun, man. I'm excited to get this one going. WWE held Bash in Berlin this weekend. Only a few matches on the card. Some stories extended. Some championships exchanging hands. Some staying in the same hands. Cody Rhodes defeated Kevin Owens to retain his title. This was a friendly match. Cody handpicked Kevin Owens for this one. You could see Kevin Owens hesitate to capitalize on a knee injury that he knew about at times throughout the match, and that probably cost him, not really going all in because of that friendship and the respect they have for each other. But we'll see what comes from this one. If anything, if something does extend this story a little longer, I could see Kevin Owens heel turn. He does his best work as a heel anyway. It'll be interesting to see if he actually turns on Cody.
Who's a heel? Who's a heel most of their career that's a Hall of Famer? Would you say Triple H was a heel most of his career?
Triple H and like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, they were more like anti-heroes. Undertaker.
They were always going to have big ass fans. It didn't matter what they did.
They're just against the establishment, kind of. You know what I mean? But like straight up heel.
Booker T.
No, Booker T and them. He was a baby face for a long time too. I mean, everybody in the bloodline has done some of their best work as heels, but I mean, Jey Uso's a baby face right now. Roman's a baby face right now.
Jey Uso's still like fucking 36 years old.
Brock Lesnar's another one of those dudes, like an anti-hero, kind of like you're gonna cheer him, you're gonna boo him, and just
yeah.
I don't know if there's been many like straight up just villains their entire career. Everybody has a little turn. You gotta freshen.
You gotta have a turn, right?
There haven't been anybody that's been villains their whole careers, but like John Cena's been a face his whole career.
For sure, you're right.
Like there was times when lots of times when people calling for that, myself included. But he always stayed a face. But he's done like 7 million Make-A-Wishes, so they kept him face for that type of stuff. So it makes sense.
Sure. Goldberg
was another one of those, just like
anti-heroes
with himself, not really fucking with nobody. Like
Sting,
same anti-hero kind of thing.
2 of my favorites, those 2, man.
I mean, even Ric Flair. Yeah. There haven't been many like straight up forever heels.
Right, real shit.
So far,
I just feel like Triple H was always that.
But like, how often did DX get cheered?
Always.
Like, so like
even Road Dogg Jesse James,
But like, I mean, they did their heel things. Like Evolution was a heel clique, I think. But like, yeah, even Triple H he's been a face. He went up against McMahon, but he's been a hell of a heel too.
Hell of a heel, one of the best.
agreed. Next up on the card, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeat Unholy Union to get back their women's titles that they never actually were pinned to lose. Good lengthy match here. Highlighted women's division without either of the top championship prizes in the women's division on the line at this pay-per-view. This was a good spot for them. These two, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, one strong as fuck. They'll lift anybody up. And super athletic, man. And you can see Jade Cargill starting to finally get her rhythm in the ring. So that's good to see. It's not just as raw as it was when she came from AEW over to WWE. But yeah, it was a cool little match.
Yeah, she's dope.
CM Punk defeated Drew McIntyre in their rematch from SummerSlam. This was a strap match, though. In a strap match, they're linked together from a strap, and you have to touch all four corners before your opponent can. They're weird matches, but it was a great violent showing of how personal this is between those two. So it told a story. It was kind of cool, super violent. CM Punk gets this win, which puts them at 1-1. So I'm thinking we got Bad Blood coming up in October. Hell in a Cell.
They've been beefing for more than a year. Shit, might as well.
Yeah, so look forward to that. I think that'll be the way they end this feud, and one, if not both of them, move on to the world title picture. The Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, defeated Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio in a mixed tag match. Every member of Judgment Day interfered. Every member of Judgment Day caught a super kick or a headbutt or something from the Terror Twins. Did not work out in their favor. My favorite part of this match was the tandem Razor's Edges from Rhea and Damian onto Dominic and Liv. They end up picking up the win, man. Big win for them. Up next, there has to be a Finn Balor Damian Priest match, as well as Rhea trying to get her title back from Liv. So keep an eye on that for the future with Bad Blood and Survivor Series coming up.
What is Damian Priest? Is he mixed?
Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican. Okay. Yes. That's what's up. He remind me of like a Latino Undertaker or something.
That's better than most people were calling him for a long time.
Really?
They're calling him the bisexual Undertaker. It did straight up.
That's a good one. He do got a lot of eyeliner on.
Wearing like corsets and shit too. So hopefully that's stopped a little bit now. Him and Rhea been wearing these like biker vests and shit. So the Terror Twin thing may be getting him out of that, and I am cool with it.
Me too.
Last match on the card, World Heavyweight Champion Gunther defeated Randy Orton to retain. Super physical match, lived up to expectations. Proved that Gunther deserves to be top tier in WWE, man. He's been putting on great matches since his 666-day streak as the Intercontinental Champion. Parlayed that into King of the Ring, now parlayed that into a world title. And it also proves Randy Orton still got it, man. The Viper was close to winning the title, and he showed why he is tied with Triple H and one behind John Cena and Ric Flair for the most world titles of all time.
Man, sleeper. I feel like he's underrated for real.
And some of that's admittedly on him. He had some trials and tribulations early in his career, didn't take it as serious as he should. But since he's come back from this neck or back injury, have you seen Randy Orton lately?
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's up to 285, 290, something like that.
And has one of the best finishes of all fucking time.
He does that to family members.
When you can catch your finishing move in any position and it's so effortless, those are the best ones. I don't like they got to get in all these positions to do their fucking. I like it to a kick to the gut and a stunner at the end. I like them kind of shits.
The thing about Randy Orton's finisher is because I guess early in his career he had a lot of like shoulder problems. So actually lifting people up and doing things like that wasn't conducive for his body. So he wanted to figure a move that he could do on anybody from anywhere and not have to like physically lift people so much. Because if you look at Randy Orton, the most lifting he does is like that snap suplex where he just snaps him over real quick. You know,
That's one of the coolest suplexes too. Just
a lot of
real
people
quick.
do it, but his is so clean.
That's a fact. But you can tell he's super strong when he does it.
Right, and he's caught like the way he caught Evan Bourne off that shooting star press for a RKO, or when Seth Rollins tried to stomp on him, popped him up. For RKO. Like he caught Gunther with a couple, even put Gunther through a table, but Gunther ended up putting him to sleep. He didn't tap out or nothing. He blacked out. Yeah, when Gunther ended up winning this match, so it'd be interesting to see if they get a rematch out of this one. This was because Gunther beat Randy Orton for King of the Ring, but one of Randy Orton's shoulders were up. So he got the rematch for this title, which he fell short, but hell of a match out of Randy Orton. Great job from Gunther. Overall, pretty solid bash in Berlin. The crowd was crazy. They went nuts, especially for the somewhat hometown hero Gunther. Nothing really out of the Wyatt Six or the Bloodline Roman Reigns saga. But look for things for that to heat up super fast going into Bad Blood. I mean, that's the name of the event. So Bad Blood has to have some Bloodline sprinkled in there somewhere. That'll be October 5th in Atlanta. So we got a little over a month to build some stories and progress some things on the road to that.
Nice. I'm still tripping about the RKO in the shoulder. I bet if he didn't have that shoulder injury, he'd probably like throw him off the ropes and maybe push his chest into the air, then catch him. But
there's been some of those.
There has been some of those, but yeah, it'd probably be more of his finishing move if his shoulder was right.
But I mean, the way you can catch it, like for real, out of nowhere. Yeah. Like you see all the videos. I just saw one of his cousins get RKO'd into the pool. I've seen his wife get RKO'd. I've seen his wife give an RKO. Like it's dope. Randy's the shit. First.
Oh, you got some music for us?
Yeah, I checked out the new Big Sean album.
Very nice. I bet it was good.
It's Better Me Than You. Pretty solid album, man. My only real problem with it is that when you get to the hooks, they're all like super chanty or like just super repetitive. Like they just say the same thing over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a song called Yes. And guess what they said over and over again in that song?
Did you count how many times they said yes?
Not yet. I was driving.
I feel like that's all his shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with you. Raised by the Wolves, but I'm sure it was decent. I gave Earth Gang's new project a listen.
How was that?
It's happy. It's definitely happy. It's party music vibes, house music vibes. No real spitting, but it was just happy music. It was cool, but it'll probably be my only listen. I'll probably listen one more time just to see what I can grab, but I believe it was only about 6 songs.
Not bad.
It was a cool little project. You can see they're just musicians doing musical things and having fun with their art.
I like Earth Gang, man. I saw them live a few years ago. They're dope live too. But a couple of songs on Big Sean's album are pretty solid. Break the Cycle featuring Charlie Wilson.
Ooh.
Can't go wrong with Uncle Charlie.
That hook's probably nice.
Not as good as I thought, but it was solid. And then Million Pieces. That's got Tiana Taylor, Larry June, and DJ Premier. A couple solid tracks off of Big Sean's new project. But yeah, overall, I'll give it like a B. It was all right.
That's solid for Big Sean.
Yeah.
Boy. He's repetitive. He's a repetitive cat, bro. Yeah.
Oh, also, before we get to Shoe News is so far away. Oh, no, I passed it. All right, Shoe News. Not real news. Just some things I saw that were really fucking cool.
That same for me. I got something that's pretty cool.
Oh, you got some too? All right. First, have you seen, I might have sent them to you, the TMNT Sabrina 2s?
No, but I have been quoted for saying she has the best women's shoe in the game.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Sabrina 2s?
I'm looking them up now.
Are so fire, bro. You get a little piece representative of each turtle on the shoes. They're cold, dog. Sabrinas are killing them.
And I like her. I like her game, bro.
You see him?
Hell no.
What you got for shoe news? Still
Your,
looking for-
your boy Paulo. You know who he signed it to?
He's already signed to Jordan.
He signed to Jordan. They just dropped his logo for the brand. They did a whole little showcase of, imagery with his logo attached. Well deserved for Paulo. Can't wait to see what his shoe looks like. I hope it's better than a lot of these other signature athletes with Jordan. Really do.
I saw that was actually part of my shoe news too. Yeah, logo represented. You got his initials and his jersey number in there, which I thought would be kind of difficult to do with a P, a B, and a 5. But
Sure.
they did a pretty decent job with it.
Doesn't look like anybody's.
No, not at all. I'm also curious to see what shoe this goes on.
And yeah, the Ninja Turtle Sabrinas are pretty fire,
Crazy.
right? Oh shit.
Also, if the Hennessy Jordan 1s are real, I don't even drink anymore, but I want them.
Type shit.
You see them?
No, but just hearing that.
Look at those two. Oh my
You
God.
see Jordan 1s. What about the motherfucking Monarch Jordan 1?
Look at the Hennessy.
Okay. But I'll fuck with that Monarch Jordan 1 though too.
Look at the Hennessy Jordan 1.
I'm gonna have to get those off the strength alone.
Did you find them?
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
You talking about the ones that are the same color as a cognac or the black ones?
The ones are the same color as a cognac.
Those are hard.
Crazy.
See the black ones?
Mm-hmm.
Shits are crazy too.
Worried about this. the cognac color is crazy.
Cognacs.
Oh, those are so gross. I need them.
Oh shit. Oh, they got the thumbprint on the tongue. Yeah, those will be fresh.
You got any other shoe news?
No, that's it for me today, man.
Wise. All right, on to what you're watching. What these are some shows, with no basketball on. We have to find a way to fill our time when we have it. So I wanted to see 3 things that you got on the tube right now, man.
Right now, my first one, I'm watching the whole Marvel saga over.
Nice.
In order to how they're supposed to go in the storyline, not how they dropped. But right now, I'm on Guardians of the Galaxy 2. These are great movies. Something you missed in every single one of them. It's good, man. You can't go wrong with the Marvel series.
I agree.
I wish I could watch it for the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
I got season 3 of Bel Air on right now. Came back, they dropped all their episodes. I'm limiting myself to 1 at a time. I haven't watched in a couple days, so I'm like 3 episodes in. I think it's like a 7-episode season. But they're doing good things in this one. There's more to Jeffrey's backstory, and after finding out that half of the cast does music, just makes me want to kind of support and watch a little more. So
That's cool.
Bel Air 3 has been pretty solid, man.
That's cool. I am also watching Bel Air. I just finished season 1,
Hey,
and it was pretty fire at the end.
Right?
Should I? Huh?
Shouldn't have stopped watching.
Shouldn't have stopped watching. I'm gonna drop some spoilers. So
If it's
Sorry.
season 1, it's not a spoiler.
season 1, but Marlon Wayans as the Fresh Prince's father, and hymns his ass up. If my father just met me for the first time and put his hands on me, there'd be smoke. Crazy episode. I'm ready for season 2.
You don't have to wait long.
Yeah, no, I'm about to jump into that, man. It's a pretty good one. But that's what I'm watching. Yeah, season 1 now, season 2.
Dig it. I got kind of like a throwback for nostalgic reasons.
Sure.
Challenge season 40, Battle of the Eras. This got everybody from CT to Cara Maria, Johnny Bananas, all the way to these people that I have no idea who they are.
I thought you were about to say Cyrus.
I ain't seen no Cyrus on there. Or David, the sweet Abuda, that dude, remember him? Anissa was still on there. There's still some ones from like Real Words that we watched with mom when we were kids, but
That'd be dope if Theo Vaughn jumps his ass up in there.
It's just crazy, dog.
Theo Vaughn was on Road Rules.
Yeah. And then what's his name? Leroy just went home. But it's been cool so far to see all those dudes back.
Now, with these cats as old as they are, is there still beefs in the house? Are they still fighting?
Yes, there is still a couple of beefs. I know Cara Maria still got beef with Laurel. They've had beef for years on and off. They've been frenemies for a long time.
Yeah.
Johnny Bananas and CT seem to be fine. This dude Corey got some beef with a couple of guys. But yeah, it's a reality show. There is drama.
Gotta make that shit happen, don't they?
Do it.
Another one I'm watching, man, just with my kiddo, brother. All the DreamWorks and Pixar movies, man. We've been going ham. It's fun watching them with him and him enjoying them, like the Shreks. He's a big Shrek fan. Hotel Transylvania. What do we watch today? Kung Fu Panda 3. It's been fun to just watch these movies with him, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I've been binging the shit out of Survivor and The Amazing Race. So much so to where I already attempted to sign T and you up for Survivor. But you got to do your own video and shit. So we can use it. Go ahead, take a couple minutes while we're here live to make your case for why you should be on Survivor. And
they gotta like make a fire? Like, yo, I can do this. I've been in the.
No, you don't have to do it now, but you can practice. You can practice making fire. This shit ain't nothing. Go ahead and give your pitch for why you should be on Survivor.
I'm friendly. I'm determined. I have integrity. I work well with groups. I'm a leader. I could be a pack leader. I could be a lone wolf. I'll do whatever it takes to help me and my pack get to the finish line and shoot the fair one after. And I should be your next survivor.
Jeff Probst, there you have it. My brother is full tilt boogie on joining Survivor. Go ahead, give CB the bully a holler.
Bro, if I end up on Survivor, I'm cussing you the hell out on that beach. I swear to God.
But I will be sending it to him regardless. So cuss me out here, cuss me out there.
Oh my God, I'll cuss you out.
Good luck on Survivor, my guy.
For sure.
All right, it's fight night. What? Go ahead and explain what you wanted to do with this.
I want us to name 2 people with bonkers amount of money that you think you could beat up that's in your weight class. And if you win that fight, you get all their money. Who's one person in your weight class you think you could beat up and rob them blind?
Well, let's make this very, very simple. I
want to hear a fair fight too, bro. Don't give me some mopping a motherfucker up shit. You gonna make it fair?
That wasn't in the rules. So what I did was I went directly to the Forbes list. So first person on my list, right around my height, that I think I could beat up and take all of their money, Warren Buffett. He's worth $149.9 billion. The Oracle of Omaha, he's already got a fight name. Call him that right there, the Oracle of Omaha. Runs Berkshire Hathaway, owns Duracell, Geico, and Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
He's 94 years old. Not my fault, he's also 5'10". Warren Buffett, I want that smoke.
Get these fucking hands.
Both of them.
Steph Curry, you're a great shooter, great basketball player. but I'll beat your ass.
You don't think Steph Curry's training in some shit? Like
I'm
that?
sure he's training in some basketball.
Like I went to Forbes and I skipped Mark Zuckerberg because he be training in some shit. You never know what Bezos and what Elon Musk are up to, so I skipped them too. But you don't think Steph, like there's dudes that do boxing and
I
taekwondo?
think he might hit some pads. He might hit some pads, Evan. That's fine. You can hit pads. But when it comes to your money, I'm going to choke you unconscious.
What was that movie? Boards Don't Fight Back. What's that?
I'm going to choke the shit out of Steph Curry, dog.
That's Steph Curry. All right. Bet.
Rear naked choke. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. We the same height. Coming for you.
All right, about the same age too. I think he's
He might, huh?
He's a year younger than me, I think.
Yeah, I'll put hands on Steph Curry, dog.
You want my second one?
Yep. You went absolutely billionaire status type shit. So I'm gonna do one too.
Next on my list, Bill Gates, worth $138 billion, diversified his fortune of the software firm Microsoft, as we all know, which he co-founded in 1975 after dropping out of Harvard, into companies like Republic Services and tractor maker Deere & Co. He also happens to be 5'10". Not my fault he's 68 years old. Bill Gates, I'll take those hands. I got another one too. I got a third one. Go ahead.
I gotta fight these motherfuckers. This one might be the easiest, but Will Ferrell, you catch these hands.
You've seen video of him doing Krav Maga.
I don't care. I don't care that you can do Krav Maga.
You didn't see that in Get Hard?
That's fine. I'll absolutely hurt Will Ferrell, especially today.
My honorable mention, and this will probably be my toughest fight. You wanted me to put a tough one in there. He's a lot younger than the other ones. Everybody want to talk to me about fighting old people. Larry Page is worth $136.1 billion. Co-founded Google in 1998. Was the CEO of the parent company Alphabet until 2019. But he remains a board member and a controlling shareholder. He's coming in at 5'11" at the young age of 51. Larry Page, come get these hands.
Come get these motherfucking hands. I could say Dr. Dre, but something about him. I think he'd be a fight. I can see a little Francis Ngannou and Dr. Dre. I'm not gonna go there.
A lot of motherfuckers forgot, so don't be one of them.
Snoop might be as tall as me, but he's light as a feather, so we can't say Snoop.
You see what I did there?
Yes.
All right, cool.
But yeah, fun game. You about to get paid.
I am gonna be a billionaire. I need Jake Paul or somebody to start setting these fights up, and I can knock them down. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real shit.
Bully of the week.
Bully of the week, man. I gotta give it to Joe Budden of the Joe Budden podcast. During the Kendrick and Drake beef, it got hot, and everybody was talking about it. Well, so was Joe Budden. Joe Budden, when he heard Not Like Us, he knew that there was a banger on our hands.
He went crazy.
He said that even the East Coast HBCU bands will be playing this Not Like Us song, and God damn it, he was right. HBCUs all around the map have been playing this song, and everybody's been killing it. And Joe Budden was the first to say that shit was gonna happen, and it's here.
I just wish the song would have dropped around now, so that it wouldn't have been so overplayed by the time these bands started doing it. But it's dope as shit that all these bands are doing this shit. I enjoy it. It's pretty cool.
Right.
Reggie Bush.
Hey.
Now that he's got his Heisman back, he has been invited back into the Heisman house. They showed one of the first commercials with him back in it. He was coming out of a cryogenic chamber. They had him frozen, so he came back out to see all these things that had happened since he had been frozen in the Heisman house since he lost his trophy. He just got it back. They also showed him hanging his jersey back up in the house. So welcome back, Reggie Bush, to the Heisman house. That's one of my buddies of the week.
Must deserved. Hell yeah.
You have another one?
That was it for me.
Didn't you say
Oh yeah, I thought just because I already spoke on it, then it was already in there. But yeah, my other bully was that boy, the receiver for USC, Kyron Hudson, with his one hand snatch grab with double coverage against LSU. Fire. Great catch.
I believe that this here bully will outdo that bully because that catch was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Morris, cornerback, Rob Carter Jr.,
Interception.
one-handed snag and roll. That motherfucker was nasty, boy.
Most definitely. Yeah, and he stayed one handed.
And he stayed one-handed all the way to the ground.
Right.
So Rob Carter Jr., bully of the week.
Hell yeah, NCAA football is back.
You know what we call
ain't never left.
We're doing like college plays of the week on Pass the Rock. You know what we call them the plays of the week?
What?
Pay that man.
Pay that man.
Pay that man play of the week because they still
like it.
Pay that man. Play of the week. That'll probably be one of them. Still, yours will probably be one of them. There's a couple other ones though. Archer probably. There's gonna be some pay that man play of the week this week.
Man, there's gonna be a lot of bullies coming up with this NCAA, man. Some great players. I'm here for it.
Football overall, we should get some good stuff.
Absolutely.
First game of the season is Thursday. We will be recording after the first game, so we'll have some news on Chiefs Ravens. Good game to start the year.
Oh yeah.
My fantasy quarterback in the first game of the season.
I got Derrick Henry, so let's get it.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Anything else for this edition, sir?
That's it, man. Episode 51.
Oh, shout out to fam for coming to visit.
Shout out to fam for pulling up on your boy. Brought some food through. We cooked it up.
On me while I was sick. That was dope.
Say that again?
Even called to check on me while I was sick.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. What's family for? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Warms the heart. Sometimes it's needed when you don't even know it.
Agreed.
Shout out to the fam.
Man.
But my brother, we did it again. We appreciate y'all for joining in. I am CB, the bully of bullies, cuts and styles, alongside my brother and founder of In My Bag Apparel, EB. We will catch you on the next one. Peace out.
We the three.